I've seen that in most equal marriages, the men actually lean in and they become better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And the woman is already like peak maxing. Like she's
she's like a kite जिसका धागा कट गया है. She's just like gliding.
Floating somewhere.
Yeah. इसको यहाँ तक लेके आने में मेरा दम निकल चुका है. Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. I'm Sakshi Shivdasani.
I'm Naina Bhan.
And I'm Prashasti Singh. Hi.
For those of you that don't know, which crazy, but Prashasti is an IIM grad and then she left her entire corporate career and she is now, I think, the biggest star from Comic Stan season 1 at least, but also just one of the biggest stand-up comics in this country. So we are very happy to have you
I'm
on
very
the
happy
pod.
you think like that. No, but yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Very excited. I'm wearing pink clothes today because
Thank you.
I've been watching. I've seen. I think everyone who comes to your podcast now, I feel like they're like थोड़ा pink के साथ
Pink
जाने
pen
वाला.
up. Even Shamik wore pink when he came on.
I'm like, this guy.
Shamik's like, I came with a dress code. We said we never gave a dress code. He's like, no, my manager said you need to be in the dress code.
Before we get into this episode, I would love to request the audience 40% of you watch this video without subscribing. So please subscribe so we don't have to torture Prashasti with this request.
I'll also subscribe today.
Thank you.
I'll do it. I'm the 40%.
So you know the gag that we do, right? It's a popcorn and a flopcorn.
I just finished editing my special.
Woo!
Very excited. It should be out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that's been, I mean, it just feels like, a big chapter is like now done.
Yeah.
And it is looking good. I'm thinking Flopcon. Oh, a Flopcon is that I joined a new gym and I started strength training very aggressively. It's been great actually last month. And then yesterday I realized, because now finally I've relaxed into it enough, I look the ugliest in that gym. Like I look the worst gym clothes. वो जो होते नहीं कि जो साइकिल चलाने वाले आपको हिट ना कर दे उनको फ्लोरेसेंट कपड़े जो लोग पहनते हैं. Yesterday I was like, oh my god, like, I've been so busy feeling my body and my muscles. I'm like, oh, everyone else is, has
In a
better
matching
clothes.
quad set,
But they have
yeah.
such sexy clothes. Like, I think the workout wear has like evolved so much from when I last picked my clothes. Yeah, so that was a major one. But I think I'll go shop
No,
after this.
it's so hard but to pull a look every day in the gym, but everyone comes so well
Yeah,
dressed
it's a
that
thing,
it's an
right?
event.
I've been doing yoga online with a trainer for the longest time. So this is my first like
In
public
person.
workout experience. And I did not know this is a thing that everyone's so good looking, at least in what they're wearing.
But that's the thing. If you are serious about looking good at the gym, then you can only have one kind of wardrobe because every legging costs like 7,000 rupees if you don't want it to grab you right in the vagina and, show your full family tree in its way it grips you.
I think I'll continue with my marathon running clothes.
I've started putting makeup to the gym.
Same.
What?
I put concealer, blush, and lip gloss and eyebrows, and I do my lashes. And I'm just like, everyone's like, how do you look so fresh? And it
put
takes
your
me. No, I curl my eyelashes before going to the gym and I do like a slick back and all of that because my thing is, firstly, to get that fucking motivation in the morning, I don't have it. So I'm like 20 minutes of procrastination. I'm doing everything. Then I'm like, chalo now.
For me, just going to the gym in the morning, I have this half an hour before the gym when I get up, I get ready, I maybe have something before the gym and go. You're saying I need to add half an hour more.
Only if you feel it from within.
The kind of popularity I have is very hit and miss in the sense that in some spaces they don't recognize me. So I've been going to this place for a month and no, it doesn't look like anyone recognizes me. And then yesterday when I went, someone hinted like they know like, oh, you should open for that guy. He's very fun. Some joke, okay.
Huh.
And I'm like, now I'm representing the community.
What I really like about your comedy is you command the stage. Like, you are very intimidating on stage.
Yeah.
And something from researching you over the last week, I've realized that offline,
Yeah.
You
On the opposite.
yeah. What's up? Like, what is
I
the
think
disparity?
it's scientific in the sense that it's what you think is happening is where I think the stage is where I get my outlet. And I did not know this, of course, because I was in a very different field earlier, and I did not know that this is where I process my emotions. But I think in the first year of comedy, I knew, oh my god, okay, some version of personality is coming out that I'm not used to at all. Like I'm this person when I'm very comfortable with my friends sometimes, okay, or when I'm intoxicated in some way. But the stage personality is like when I quit my job, for example, to do stand up, everyone in my office like, you are quitting to do something on the basis of your humor. They were like, we
So
fully
mean.
support or whatever experiment, but we don't see it. And I'm like, yeah, you don't. That's why I get to keep this job.
But where is your special coming out?
YouTube, my channel.
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
It's my channel.
So
It's
you
for
can-
free.
It's for free.
So when you go and meet different fans across the world and in India, I'm sure those interactions are really wholesome, and they come to you and they say something like, Prashasti, you guided us through this very difficult time in our life.
Oh, yeah,
Or when we saw you do this, we got the courage to do XYZ thing.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel like a role model?
I never really thought there'll be a relationship with the audience. But yeah, so they don't see me as a role model, I feel. But I think it does feel like I'm, like in the last couple of years, I feel like some people come to me and I feel like, oh, they feel seen. They feel seen. They feel like, oh, something that they were feeling and they did not know if others are feeling it. They felt like the entire room is feeling it,
Yeah.
which is very liberating. I think I also do get this, that I really look up to you and then I get worried actually.
You also get that. Wow.
You also get that?
Yeah, I get it. When I see you, I'm not afraid to be 30.
I'm like,
Chachi doesn't look so scary anymore.
yeah, I also get that.
So-
And I'm like, you should ask me how scared I am to be whatever age I am.
But I feel like women and successful women need good packaging. And firstly, they need good packaging in their own brains, because historically, the only time a woman was really venerated was when she went and did sati. Okay. So I'm like,
Yeah.
anything in comparison to sati is a non-thing. You know?
It's like, how am I supposed to compete with
Yeah.
Sati?
Yeah, you can't compete with sati.
चल तो नहीं जाऊंगी मैं.
You know,
That's
there
why
are-
they abolished it. It was just the peak.
They're like, we can't have that one win
Yeah.
for the ladies. No, but like women, there could be like queens who were, impacting certain groups of people in a village. There could be anything happening. But
Yeah.
none of it is recorded, because for a woman, it was like, okay, this is my duty. This is
Yeah.
but part
and
of
with,
life.
like Sati, like from drawing from Sati, you can see ki, correct, veneration comes with sacrifice.
Yeah.
That as your role as a mother, daughter, wife, you've done something. Those are the women we would talk about, and all the others would be oh pag.
Yeah. इसकी तो शादी भी नहीं हुई है ये पागल. Like, but even the most liberal, like I've heard my dad also, we've had to correct him because in the beginning he was just like, no, women who don't get married, they lose their mind after a while. Why? Because they don't want to wash your underwear. They lose their mind. It makes no fucking sense. But I feel like even the most liberal rooms, that is where wo atak jata hai. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you
No,
mean?
I think also in our heads that I feel like now I'm on the other side of this journey where I know that in my early 30s, even though theoretically I would understand this and I could totally debate it and I could always make a case for how it's so good to be on your own, okay, and my life is so much like I have no complaints in my life, but I think at some level I was still thinking that अकेले पागल तो हो जाओगी
ये सब
अगर
बोल
सब
रहे
बोल
हैं
रहे पागल होते हैं तो
That's my fear. I'm like, will I know when I'm crazy? Like, will I know that I've completely lost the plot? And then
but I can
Yes.
tell you, okay. I think now I feel like I've done the journey. I genuinely feel like I'm fine. And there have been times when I'm just sitting alone, okay, praying to whatever I pray to, that whatever I know theoretically, just help me feel it also. Like help me believe it. That I know it, that logically I'm doing good and I should not worry about growing old alone or without a man. But can you just help me like feel it? Okay.
Like, give me a sign.
Give me a sign. Or you know how when you're in love you feel it, right? Or when sometimes when you know that this is the thing, I want to do comedy, I want to do it. Like there's an abstract way in which we feel certain things, which I was not feeling for this concept that, oh, a woman can be okay on her own. It was just very theoretical for me for the longest time, even though I was living that life. And I've been thriving, okay, without a man. But I think in the last couple of years, finally, and I don't know what has changed. Maybe it could be, maybe it's just the hormones that, they settle down. Or maybe
She's lost it.
Actually, what I felt, and I also met all my friends my friends who started with me and have signed up for the full package of life, like have kids, have great husbands, great kids. But after सब कुछ करने के बाद, now I figured out that, oh, marriage is probably not that bad, but a woman, not that bad for a man, okay?
Yeah.
A woman should marry a guy only when he's literally begging her to marry. Like, this whole narrative that we have, that somehow the women are sort of convincing the men that give me a long-term commitment, give me marriage. I'm like, it is so twisted. It is so twisted. We thrive on our own, okay? Marriage, kids, they take so much from us. Even in the best case scenario, even if your husband is lovely, even if you have a support system, it will still take so much from you. So you should be the one who's
Should be convinced.
Yeah, you convince me. Full society should convince me that I should give up this
Top
amazing
10
life.
reasons to get married.
To give you this, okay? And I genuinely feel that men actually do so much better when they lean into the household responsibility. Like, they have so much potential that they invest into something fruitful. So I've seen that in most equal marriages, the men actually lean in and they become better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And the woman is already like peak maxing, like she's
She's like a kite जिसका धागा कट गया है. She's just like gliding.
Floating somewhere.
But इसको यहाँ तक लेके आने में मेरा दम निकल चुका है. Okay, now I just want to do nothing. Okay, but still I have to do so much. So,
Right, brunch to brunch जी रहे हैं हम.
so now I feel it. Like,
Yeah.
some switch is turned. I'm like, I can assure you that no, it's better. Okay. Yeah, like partnering, not bad. Marriage, not bad. But this better.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the place, I think, because from, I think, 25 to 35, like everyone's kind of convincing you the entire time. So you have to, and everyone in their heart of hearts knows that it's propaganda. But when you fall for it or you don't fall for it, is like, I'm not going to fall for it, I feel.
It's also, I also feel कि it's not that black and white, right? कि I think ये बहुत गलत करते हैं हम, जब हम कहते हैं ना कि नहीं, ये सिंगल लाइफ मच बेटर, मैरिड लाइफ सक्स, क्योंकि वो वहाँ पे इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू फिगर इट
See,
आउट.
वो इसलिए करते ताकि वहम बैठ जाए. Then you might not make the worst decision.
Yeah, you have to
It's
go
like, you're like,
extreme.
cocaine sucks.
It's fun to have a good man in your life, okay? It's fun. All of it is fun.
Yeah.
But I think the cost of it is not talked about enough. Like what it takes from you, or I think how much potential your single life can have, that really is not talked about. Because you're like, वो पागल हो गई, वो अकेले घूम रही है, वो उसको देख के तो दया ही आती है. Okay, that's the narrative. Sorry.
But the marriage is also so romanticized in like movies and stuff, but actually marriage is a lot of logistics, right?
man.
Trying to figure out what time someone gets up, so then the bye should come at this time, so then this should, like, which is sure fun for with the right person, must be fun.
If I get drawn to someone and that someone is very much into this idea of marriage, I think I'm still ready to become a husband. Like, I can be husband or daddy.
Daddy.
Like, wife, I cannot be.
I am thriving as a husband. Like, I am thriving. Just my man needs to see me as a husband. That's all. I fully fell for the romanticization of it. I fully did the relationship situation wrong in terms of what should be put on a pedestal, what my priorities are. Do I even exist in this whole situation? And then I got into a relationship after that, after a lot of soul searching, to be like, okay, now I am the one on the pedestal in my mind, and I will rejig my relationship and my life to look exactly the way it makes sense to me. And it now looks like nothing in anyone else's mind.
Yeah.
But to me, it brings so much peace that I'm like, why the hell would I change this? Like my partner and I, we don't live together. I don't think either of us want to live together.
Yeah.
We really enjoy, like, you know,
A long distance.
We enjoy the long distance of being.
walls.
Yeah, it's so nice because it's so peaceful. We're both such hyper individual people. We really thrive in our own environments. I have a full social calendar that
She'll try to squeeze him in.
literally I will like, okay, this is your window, Wednesday evening, I'm free for an hour. You want to hang out? And it's the best. But
Yeah.
again, I feel like I'm like, guys, I think I figured out the secret to like being a woman and enjoying your life. But it's like no one wants to hear it.
But now my mom and my masis and buas have also started getting converted.
To,
like,
like-
where some of them are married also, but they're like, itna kuch khas nahi hai.
Yeah.
Like they also are able to recognize that they just want to see their kids get married because it's a bucket list item.
Yeah.
And I feel it's also scary, right? I can imagine that a society that has not seen a lot of single women, and the ones they've seen, they've labeled them as crazy or whatever. Even with the best intentions, they feel like, okay, don't experiment too much also. Like, you know, you have this career that we don't understand. You have this lifestyle we don't understand. And now you're choosing to be alone also, which is...
We don't understand. So, okay, you don't want your kid to end up alone because life is scary. The world is scary. It's even scarier as we're moving through it. But there are outliers to that. And the outliers are the people who think they have the courage to
Yeah.
deal with any situation. And then if you are the outlier, you are the outlier. There's nothing evil about being an outlier. There's nothing bad about being an
Yeah,
outlier.
yeah.
Now, if like all of us have put so much investment into like our careers, and that's something that genuinely drives us. You can't sit and have FOMO over, oh, I don't have the picket fence and I don't have
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I've given up the idea of having a kid because yeah, where in this
Yeah.
situation do you
You
see
put
this
it,
happening?
yeah.
India mein to picket fence bhi nahi hai yaar. Maximum 2 bedroom, 2 BHK.
No, it is very. I actually also came to this epiphany that, oh yes, so the thing with being an outlier or choosing a different path is that it doesn't, you know, your choice or your innovation doesn't end with one choice. You have
Yeah.
to innovate then at every junction, right? That if I choose to have this career, I choose to live a certain way. So how am I expecting that my life will be similar to other people? I travel so much. I have, I love my independence. I have so much passion for my career. So again, why am I expecting my life to be similar to other people? But that's a very mature understanding.
Yeah, it takes a bit to get there.
But I would ask that at different times in your life, you know, there are those goalpost ages where at that point, when you're at that age, maybe on that birthday even, you have that full mental breakdown of, did I pick the right choice? Am I taking the right path? Because I'll only find out if it worked out at the end
Later,
on my
yeah,
deathbed, you know. But so what do you do in those moments when you're like, okay, my life doesn't look like my friends?
Yeah.
Am I doing the right thing?
It's a very interesting question because, my life, 10 years, the way my life looks like right now, I would not have imagined 10 years back. And
Wait, can you describe what your life looks like right now?
Or
Like, no, like
think-
what is, if you can just give us like a very visceral
A little
understanding.
sneak peek.
Yeah.
I think I am in a career, I do something I love. Okay? I love in the sense that when I entered also this profession, I thought, yo, maybe कुछ तो मैंने अपना कुछ टैलेंट डिस्कवर कर लिया है, मुझे स्टेज पे परफॉर्म करने में मजा आता है. आई डिड नॉट नो दैट आई रीच अ पॉइंट वेयर आई विल बी like a devotee or I'll be a practitioner of art. I never saw it as art in the beginning. I like ये सब कुछ करते रहते हैं. Okay,
बात
these
करने के
people
पैसे
seem to be-
मिलते
yeah,
हैं.
yeah, yeah. And it seems like मेरा इसमें कुछ luck लग गया है, so why not, let me try it. That is how it began. But now I feel like I really am an artist, or if I'm not, I'm trying to be one. I definitely am. Like, that is my path.
Yeah.
The commerce, of course, you live in this country where you need to figure out the commerce of it, because it's just important for your sustenance. But at the end of it, I am on this artistic path. I genuinely look, if there's one god I answer to, it's the comedy god. Okay? Like it's like that's the only superstition I have. Okay, the
Okay.
comedy god bura mana. Okay, but
Please सबको हंसाना.
and I never thought I'll be this person. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Of course, it has its highs and lows. My saddest moment also sometimes come from me sitting and trying to dig deep into what I felt to figure out something. For my material. I think I've become a very vulnerable artist over time, where I'm like, yo, I need to be sad for 3 months and feel all the badness in the world to be able to then process it and put. I never saw कि मैं ऐसे I'll be this floofla person who does all
So your
this.
sadness is empowered. It's a choice.
But
It's it literally is. I'm like, okay, अब 3 महीना मुझे देवदास बन के रहना है. Okay, it's
like you do it on purpose.
it's a new thing I'm trying. Otherwise, men have done it for me.
You're like Jordan from Rockstar.
I was literally thinking of Jordan from Rockstar.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. It's a small process.
And then what else? What does life look like? What do you
Yeah. So now
splurge on? What do you love doing?
Then again, I am at a place where I genuinely, my community is my friends. I told you I live with my brother. Okay, so I think I also have I used to take family as a responsibility earlier, but now I really feel like it's a great setup for me to. The kind of lifestyle I have and the fact that I have a home where I have my family living. I think I would have been more confused about what I want to do if I was living alone, for example. So that also is great. And other than that, I feel I'm in a place where I feel like I'm finally processing the world as a citizen of the world. इसके पहले तक ना मैं बहुत पहले मैं कर्मचारी थी, फिर मैं औरत थी. अब जाके मुझे दुनिया के प्रॉब्लम्स दिख रहे हैं. It is very painful. It is very painful to be a
Sitting
citizen
in
of
our
the
glass
world.
towers. Like, that must be hard for those people.
my
Delete that.
मैं अपने AC uninstall कर लूँ क्या? Oh my god! I really like that is the pain I'm trying to sort of feel right now. It's
You
Can
are
I
literally-
recommend?
Yeah, please.
No, so somebody said when they want to feel very good about themselves, what they do is for like a week or two, they sleep on the floor without a pillow. So then finally, when they sleep in their bed, it feels really good. But I would recommend an ice bath. Do an ice bath, then you pay 4,000 rupees for the ice bath, and you're like, this is painful. And then you feel better.
Oh man. No. I'm so free finally. I feel that I think I'm, my 20s and most of my 30s, I don't think I really lived. 20s khaskar, okay? The time when people, and I look at young people, I'm so jealous. I'm like, all this time, first I was studying, then I tried to be at a job, then I had this load of my family responsibilities, and I was just a serious person. And I think I was 30 when comedy started for me. But again, that phase was so, like I was so unsure. And then I was also worried कि oh shit, मुझे तो मोहब्बत ही हुई जा रही है पर आदमी तो मुझे मिल नहीं रहा है. Like I was also so heartbroken so many times. But now I just feel like, oh, so I've lost all those years and I have so much energy and I want to live like a 20-year-old white man. But no one is seeing me like that. So I'm just
How dare
switching.
they?
You know, when Pratima Bedi streaked across the beach, every day I feel closer to that moment. I'm like, what's the worst that happened if I just take my clothes off right now and run? Like, that's how free I feel in my head.
I think we must. I think we must organize
I
a
love how
naked
she's
run.
already there. Always. Whatever we evolving up
Yeah.
to, she's like, yeah, we
To be
must.
fair, this is my first job ever, right? Content. I started fresh out of college. Before that, I did modeling, which was so I've just been on this journey and all that. Wo Pagal Vagal has already been done because now at 22, if your daughter is going on like any platform and talking shit about everyone ever, then you kind of prime your family early on. My dad is just stressed that ये कुछ गलत वलत बोल देगी जेल चले जाएगी. That's his only.
Jail is the fear.
Jail is the fear. Not that इसकी शादी नहीं होगी. It's like jail वेल मत जाना.
पर जेल में कोई मिल जाए तो
फिर तो और भी प्रॉब्लम बहुत दहेज देना पड़ेगा उसको सेटल करने के लिए.
And my dad's not someone he's a lawyer, but he won't kato chakkar of the court.
So coming back to How did you deal with those moments of anxiety when these very obvious check marks were?
When I was breaking up with my long-term boyfriend,
What's his
around the age
name?
I've already been very irresponsible.
I'll figure it out. Give me 2 hours tonight.
I think I was 26 or 27 at the time. And I remember this conversation where he is telling me, it was a long distance. I always talk about my boyfriend. He was telling me that you do realize that this is the time when people consolidate their relationships and get married. And if you know, it's okay, we do break up, but you know what? Like, have you thought it through? I don't think you're thinking it through. And it really did. I was like, he's right. He's talking out of concern. But I'm like, but we need to, like, this relationship is not working. We need to not have. So that was one point where I was like, oh, damn. तो दो साल में मुझे कुछ ढूंढना पड़ेगा, कुछ करना पड़ेगा. Okay, that is the time.
That's your deadline.
Yes, modern women, 28. Okay, modern women, 28. 28.
I love how you get out of a situation and be like, no, this doesn't mean immediate freedom forever. It means there's a timeline.
2 more years.
क्या अभी थोड़ा कर देते हैं. That's what I'm saying. कि I always struggle to say my opinions because I feel कि for the longest time they've been wrong. वो तो अभी correct हुई है मेरी opinions. So I need to come from that place. So 27, 26 I'm breaking up with him. I have this deadline in my head. 28 तक कुछ तो हो जाएगा. And then I come to Mumbai. I start working in this office. I love my job, but I can see that the needle is not moving. And that is the time I was most aggressively on dating apps. Dating apps had just also entered the arena then. The thing that so 28 to 29 के age में I think I started doing improv and comedy also because I realized that my life is very empty, and the whole process of trying to date was just not cutting it. It was very painful. It was, my friends were not having that bad a time that I was having. So I was like, maybe this was the first time I was like, maybe something is different. Like I said, there is the way I process information and emotions may be slightly different, because what is working for people, like, at least it's fun to go on dates. I'm like, it's not. It's absolutely not. Okay, I get so bored. I just hate it. I've never been able to explain this emotion to, if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you cannot get it.
You know
hate
what?
it so much.
I think sitting from the outside, as a student of improv, if you do not meet somebody who matches rhythm
Riff, yeah.
and can riff, there is no way.
My friends have told me this. That's the thing. I've always had people in my environment who were so comfortable with this, but I just could not be. So I think that around 30, I realized that, it's going to be a problem. It's not. Okay, it's not happening soon. And that was the time my mother was the most aggressive. I think she's really mellowed down now. One time my mother was telling me everything's okay. So I'm like,
She doesn't meet people face to face.
that, too much nagging happening. Okay, she's really trying to be like, please kuch to kar lo. And then one day she's saying that, she's a teacher. She's like, मेरे staff room में सब लोग ऐसे बोलते रहते हैं कि कुछ तो कर ही लिया होगा उसने, लिव इन में रह रही होगी, आपको पता ही नहीं है. मैं कैसे, किस मुंह से बोलूं मैं कि वो लिव इन भी नहीं कर पा रही है. तुम प्लीज लिव इन करो, तुम लिव इन. जब सब सोच ही रहे कि तुम लिव इन में हो तो कर लो. मैंने कहा, अरे ऐसे थोड़ी हो जाता है भाई.
The standards drop so hard once you're 30.
Are you not understanding that another person is also needed? So I think 30 is also when I was like quitting my job to do stand up. So I thought, the timeline is a bit fucked. But I also, I think, came to this epiphany, okay, because I started therapy also then. I think I came to this epiphany about myself that, I actually, maybe because of my first relationship being whatever it was, or
What happened?
camera was not on.
But in retrospect, what didn't work?
I think no, it was actually a pretty decent relationship. Okay.
Yeah,
It was long, it was very regular. But I feel like it was one of those typical relationships that us elder millennials used to have, where it looks equal but it was not. I was with the person I had chosen because I knew he was smarter than me. His career was more sorted than me, and I was always it was not. एक होता है कि तुम actor हो और तुम किसी banker को date कर लो. You are both thriving in your arenas. I was just trying to thrive in his arena. So it was a relationship where I was very okay being a plus one always. And I think I was looking forward to a life which would be like that. I think it was a bit unfair to my then partner that we had signed up for this. It was the deal. I was supposed to be this person. And I think because I was 24 when my father passed away, it was quite sudden for us. I think that, like, that event shook me so much and it changed so much in my life. And I'm able to process this only in retrospect. That for the next couple of years, I was A, very erratic, and B, I was suddenly thinking कि भाई तो
Waking up.
मुझे क्या करना है यार
Yeah.
तो मैं कौन हूँ Okay, ये कैसे okay. And I remember, you know, once we broke up, I was also very sad, and in those 2 years it was chaotic, in the sense it's chaotic. Okay, I've been a bad person, okay, in those 2-3
You're
years.
grieving. It's fully fine.
Yeah.
When I look back, I'm like, oh, who was that person? But I think I still not understood what is happening when finally we broke up, and I was sad. And then my ex started dating someone else, and one day I'm just looking
How
at
dare
so
he?
this one group photograph of all, and my plan was I'll go to, you know, wherever he was outside the country and live
Where?
with him, okay, and just be a part of his life. And then I saw a group photo where, you know, this new person he was dating, and they all doing a picnic in some park. And I'm just crying. And my brother comes, okay? And my brother is always so mean to me. And he looks at me, looks at the photo, like, you think you would, like, ever fit in that picture? Not in a mean way. But it's like, "Ki you are not that person. How did you ever get this idea that you can go and insert yourself in someone else's life? I
Yeah.
don't know you as that person." And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Like, fundamentally, that is what was wrong for a long time. So when I went to therapy 6 years after this, what I understood about myself was that, oh, this marriage and relationship is something I really am not that keen. Like, you know, those milestones, I realize I'm not chasing. I genuinely, I'm a lover girl. Okay, so I get drawn to people. I fall in love with people, and then I try to figure out how can I keep these people in my life. But
You're a
even-
kabza girl.
It's called a kidnapper, I believe.
Because when I am in love, I like my motivations are very erratic that way. Okay, so I'm a psycho like that.
But you know, people say you find love when you're least expecting it.
I've been hearing that for a decade now.
Oh,
I've been least expecting for a decade now.
It's like, you know, when people say that, then I'm like, today I'm not expecting love.
I'm like, how much less do I have to expect? No, it doesn't happen. Like, maybe it will happen. But love is not a problem. Love, I keep falling in love. Okay,
Oh.
I just don't.
kabza is the
because-
problem.
Yeah, the kabza. Like, because I'm not looking for a format. Like, you know, कि शादी करने, relationship करने. I never have these conversations with these people,
Oh.
and these people are then like, oh.
You're a fuckboy.
Because when I'm in love, I'm like, how can this person be anything other than what I see him to be?
Okay,
And I'm
yeah.
like, this is so tacky to have this conversation कि हम क्या हैं? हमें क्या पता हम क्या हैं? हम तो प्यार में है ना.
She's a fuckboy. She's a fuckboy. So when you say you're in love, are you actually in love? Asking for a friend.
I am in love. But
Are you in love with the concept of love, or are you in love with that person?
right now I'm not in love, by the way. Right
Yeah,
now I'm in love
we
with...
got
Yeah.
from your general perception.
But I think I like the version of me that comes out when I'm in love. I love... Like, it's like...
I love me.
And I do so many things.
So I
in
want to
love.
ask you, does it happen to you also? Because it was very disturbing. But I was watching a documentary on bipolar people. Okay. And they were interviewing some people who, you know, who have this bipolar condition. And they said that when they have this maniac phase, like they're saying that they would not want to change their condition. Like, because when they have the maniac phase, they have a maniac phase and a depressive phase. And in the maniac phase, they actually, you know, feel like they're walking with angels. Okay, they are on top of the world. It is like when we would feel when we're highly intoxicated, for example. And I'm like, when I'm in love, I feel like this. Okay,
Really? You feel like elated all the time?
I feel like I can do anything. Okay, and I feel so like I feel like I can give anything to anyone. I feel like
This is the
crazy.
most fuckboy thing I've ever
Yeah,
heard in my
literally.
life.
I'm just discovering that you're a
I think
fuckboy.
this is more helpful than my therapist.
Yeah.
I've literally word for word a guy has said something
I
like this
swear,
to me.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking that's like,
No, but it's not
No,
in
I'm
a,
kidding.
no,
I want to
use you way. I'm like,
highest-
you take whatever you want from
No,
me. You
that's
take
what
it.
fuckboys also say, Prashasti. The highest order a woman can reach is a fuckboy. So we mean this as a compliment, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I get stressed when I'm in love. Like I get stressed that I'll give too much. So then I get selfish. Then I'm like literally I'm like fighting over pillows and chargers and all. Ye mera side hai. I'm fully like a
Yeah, but that is when you're in a relationship.
yeah.
But tell me when
From day
you have a
one.
crush on someone. Okay, say when you have a crush on someone, don't you like feel like, oh my god, I can do anything for this person. I can give him anything he wants. No.
At this point, if I have had a crush on someone, it is, in retrospect, it is fully about me. It's fully about me. I'm like, okay, I think this thing is about them is attractive. I know that this thing is objectively not attractive about them. I know that I have the delusion that I think that this
You're
thing
like,
is.
how much can I convince
Yeah, and I'm like,
myself?
wow, my mind is such a cool place. Like,
My imagination is so wild.
yeah,
You are so smart.
those are chemicals in your body. Like, I love those chemicals. you
Yeah,
know?
so I think the chemicals are similar, but I think
Just the
manifestation
reaction is different.
Oh my friends when they look at me, they're like, oh my god, like what have you become? Again, you've become this.
Are you the friend that when you go over to your couple friend's house, the man is shocked and horrified at your dating stories?
Oh yeah. I think no, all of them actually. They also, and I think for the longest time, and I think this also this version of my personality
Yeah.
where when it starts, I'll be regular. Okay, I have a crush on someone, whatever. I'm trying to analyze good person, bad person. I'm not talking to them at all, but I'm okay doing my analysis.
Doing your like digital stalking.
Okay. Then I am delusional. Okay, when like when I'm talking to them and I'm like everything is it's not that they love me or they want me, but everything just feels like they also are so they must be having some sort of kindness towards me. क्योंकि मुझे ये इतना इंसान amazing क्यों लग रहा है? Okay, how do I put it? कि something must be on for me to be feeling like this.
Yeah.
And that when my friends are like nothing is on, nothing is on. We can see.
Like if someone opens a door for you, you're like,
Yeah,
must
if I'm
have-
into them already, I think it can go so from 0 to 100 so fast. And then even if they have a problem, for example, if I know that they are they have commitment issues or whatever, I'm like, wow,
They'll change for me.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's like I just forget that no one ever changes for me. It's more like कि तो इसके पीछे बचपन में क्या हुआ था, so I can fall in love with this flaw. It's how do you put it? I'm
Wow.
so crazy. It's. I'm not crazy. I know. And the thing is, that person never gets to know any of this.
Wait.
It is all happening in my house. Okay.
But you
with
don't
my
confess
friends.
your love or crush or anything.
I think only when things become sad or bad. Like for example, if if there is some sort of intimacy and then this person ghosts me, or if there is some sort of conflict, like if I feel like this person also led me on,
Yeah.
and because they're not seeing what that leading on is doing to me, okay,
Yeah.
they're not seeing कि the seed they have planted, वो plant नहीं बना है, वो बरगद का पेड़ बन चुका है. So when I have to cut the tree, okay,
You're
then I
like, ये
become
मैं
very
अकेले
sad.
करूँ.
Dude, but women are genuinely they are first turned on by their own imagination.
Yeah,
And I'll take that to the grave. Like even when you're in the bedroom, you are more turned
How
on by
you're
yourself.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Very
you're
true.
not feeling yourself and if you're not in sync with yourself, you could be next to Brad Pitt, George Clooney, anyone, and they will do nothing for you.
100% agree. Yeah, मैं तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही. Like literally at some point I had to be like, I am the problem in the sense that the level of delusion I can have and the level of self-awareness also I can have, because when I'm writing about all of this later, I'm like, I know everything that was incorrect or that where I was delusional. I can actually process this distance, and the distance actually is the comedy actually that comes out mostly.
I do have to ask, what is the craziest thing you've done when you have a crush?
It's always I don't do much. I just think too much. Okay.
What's the craziest delusion you've had?
You have to understand that when I have a crush, the difference is, see, the thing is, in many ways, I am as mental as anyone else with a crush. The idiotic thing is, in my head, the version of me who's in love is very generous. Okay, is very giving. So I start giving things from my house. Okay. Like, there was once. Okay, now this story. I hope that person never sees it. That
Don't worry.
once-
Everyone watches the pod.
Basically, once I was into this guy. Okay, we'd hardly like we had a 15-day fling, and then this person disappeared. Which is again which is something I was getting used to, but I was very much in love with this the idea of this person and the story they had, and I knew that they did not have a microwave. So I a couple of months after this event, when I was still pining, I was in a situation where I had 2 microwaves in my house because my brother was moved in. So I messaged. And in my head, I'm clear. I have self-respect, so I don't want someone who's ghosted me back in my life. But I know they don't have a microwave, so it's my responsibility to give them the microwave. So so I said, "You please take my microwave." And the person, I don't know what pressure I could like. Okay, I'll take. And then this person's not coming to take the microwave for
So
the
you're
next
following up?
6 months. It got so. I'm not following up aggressively because it's an act of giving. And my friends are like, "No, you are doing this
Yeah.
because you want to see them again." And I'm like, "No, I genuinely just want to give."
That's
You just want him to have hot food.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, then. But at one point, my friend got so angry. He's like, "I'm taking this microwave away
Yeah,
from this house."
and you said
okay?
no, it's his.
I started crying. I was like, "No, I'm given my word. I given my word." It's my. And again, that's the problematic part. Otherwise, I'm just a generic lover girl. Okay, this generosity part is crazy. Okay?
No, you can't say that. Guys, if you're watching this episode and you see somebody with so much passion, generosity,
Okay.
and follow through,
Okay.
I just see a
No,
role
no,
model.
no.
I only see a
I
role
have to step in there. That is crazy.
I think through my comedy also sometimes I try to is there someone in the crowd who gets this?
And
There's
everyone's
someone in the
like,
crowd who needs a microwave. Because I have to.
But no, this generosity is a problem. Like, in the
everyone's
sense-
like, Prashasti is an absurdist, not relatable.
no, but I found like there are
I-
we are there. Like
Yeah.
we are in plural.
Two people.
Yeah, I did not know this microwave thing will come up ever. But
But
then he
like,
took it eventually.
6 months he didn't buy a microwave. He made
No, I was not selling it. I was
No,
giving-
why
I'm
didn't he
saying,
buy
why
one for
did he go buy
himself?
one?
I think he was a sad boy.
It was like a tavi pe seekne wala type.
Yeah, or maybe he did, and out of politeness, he came and
He
fetched
took
it.
it and went to the raddi wala directly. You should have at least taken some money for it.
मैंने उसको AC भी दिया था.
What?
Let's just
8 months later, you were missing him. You're like, one last time. Let me go snip the wires in his house.
What surprises me or what is crazy because right now I'm sane, right? So I can talk from like a regular person's
Yeah,
point
yeah,
of view.
yeah.
I don't know how to label it, but it is how I think I've read too many books, and I think I really value this idea of being a generous person. It's crazy because my friends kept saying, "We know you just want to see him again," and I was so sure that no, I just want to give him the microwave.
And now in retrospect, you just want to see him, no?
Microwave was as important. Like when I saw him, I was like, it is also, of course, okay, I was not acknowledging it, but microwave was giving it was like an act I had started, an act of generosity, like in the middle. So someone has to receive it.
I understand.
What?
I get this.
Yeah, I can see why she we are you are the opposite of me.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, before I get hurt, let me block the person. I would never follow up for a micro.
Dude, this is like in college, I've already shared this story. There was this guy, okay, who I fancied. There was nothing fancy worthy about this guy. Great friend. But at that point of time, he's like, bro, yuck. I was so disgusting. What's wrong with you? I went to his crusty apartment, which he used to visit sometimes in like once in a week in his college life. And it had maggots in the fridge.
God.
It was so disgusting. Like the floor was like chip and everything. I went downstairs and I bought a balti and phenyl and I cleaned the house.
I can understand.
crazy.
I fully see it. I would do it.
What?
Not now, maybe.
I would clean my own house roke.
Momentum में हमसे हो जाता.
I was like, this boy, he'll never be able to figure it out
This
himself.
grown man who's
Yeah.
comfortable living with maggots
Dude,
in
love.
his
I
fridge.
think they
It's
say
a
love is a
millennial
drug.
Love is, yeah, and you're addicted.
Love is fucking diluter. That's the kind of drug it is. It's so cheap.
But but I miss that person also. Like, you know
What?
not that person.
The person I was.
become.
A microwave giver. I'm so sorry, I can't get on board with this. I'm really trying as a guest on our podcast to be nice about this. But I'm like, yo,
You
this
are the voice of
Prashasti
reason.
kind of crazy. Yeah.
See, I want to tell all, okay, anyone watching it.
We
man,
don't,
woman.
We might cut this part out depending on what she says.
Listen, it's very fun. Okay, it's like it brings you a lot of misery and sadness, but it's just so amazing to be this person. I'm telling
Bro,
you.
fuck a microwave. I'm not giving one extra roti in case I get hungry later on.
I'm just thinking कि हमने इतना सही नोट पे शुरू किया था कि रोल मॉडल इंटिमिडेटिंग और मैं कह रही हूँ भाई तुम देख लो.
Now the only way to circle back is this is your role model.
देख लो भाई ठीक ठीक लगा लो. ठीक ही है भाई, इतना बुरा भी नहीं है.
तो क्या हुआ, माइक्रोवेव ही तो दिया, उसके पास 2 थे.
मेरे पास 2 थे.
6 months follow up ही तो किया है, वो टूर पे नहीं थी. Also she's very successful, so one microwave is like 2 rupees
yeah.
for her. Like y'all don't get it. This is like अरे यार तेरा rubber band रह गया था मेरे घर में, आके pick up करके जा.
तुम 6 महीने से आए नहीं था रबर बैंड लेने के लिए. That is problematic. But I don't ask for much.
I just want to give.
I think you know what also probably is the way again this whole thing has been packaged that
Yeah.
women too needy, as they grow older they become crazy, they become needier. I think I also was in my this generous character. I think I'm also very committed to never ask for anything. Like to be like you I would never even say that you said you'll come tomorrow to pick up the microwave. Why aren't you coming? Like I'm cool. I give, bhai. I give. Okay. So I think it is also correct. It's true that because the packaging has been so this thing कि भाई या तो strong बनो, needy मत रहो, या फिर तुम एकदम dainty cutie बन जाओगे, तो उसके बीच में कुछ है ही नहीं. So,
No, I'm not saying I'm not toxic. I'm saying I'm the other spectrum of toxic, where if his microwave was left at my house, I would be like, chahiye, le, drop it from my
balcony.
Yeah, I swear.
Okay, we have to ask you some brass tacks questions. Okay. How much money do comedians make?
oh, a lot. Like
How much money do you make?
One
no, but
second, what?
comedians is a very broad word. You're saying commercially viable comedian.
The 5 that we know.
No, I think it's a very broad spectrum. The people who are who command stadiums right now are making in, of course, like 50 CR plus would not be a bad estimate per year. It's just again I'm like those Instagram reels ki itna to hoga hi iska. So I'm just if I just do the math based on the kind of work or the kind of touring or the kind of ticket pricing they do, I would estimate that ये सब मिला के जो लोग एकदम टॉप पे हैं उनका 50 से 100 के बीच में कहीं पड़ता होगा.
Crazy.
Yeah, those bitches be making money.
That's so hard.
But it's also कि उसी 10 के बॉटम में आते आते आई थिंक पीपल आई थिंक ये इट्स अ वेरी डाइवर्स स्पेक्ट्रम.
ठीक है, एंड का बता दो. हम बीच में कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे.
Someone can sustain themselves even जो भी लोग
Points are asked.
कि जो भी लोग ऐसा if you're selling say 200 tickets in metro cities then probably you're making close to 15-20 lakhs per year. Like if that
Okay.
is the only thing you're doing, you're not getting brand work, you're not getting content. I think that's the baseline. That is what I call a commercially viable comic. And that's why it's not that difficult to sustain yourself as a stand-up comic. You might not know many of them. So that's why it's not 10, it's actually say 50 people who are commercially viable. And for that you just need to be selling say X number of tickets per city where आपका एक महीने का आप कुछ 1.5-2 लाख बना लो for example. So that would be probably the bottom of because अगर उसके नीचे आपका income है then you need to probably take another job. Put something, do something else to sustain yourself. So I feel it's also great because if the person making it at the top, India is such a diverse country, right? That अगर 80% लोग टॉप कॉमिक को देख रहे हैं और वो चाहे 100 करोड़ ही बना रहा है, आप अगर उसका 1% भी मार्केट कैप्चर कर लो, who probably are the people who hate this guy, right? And it's typically a guy, okay, so who hates this guy? you're still making a 1 or 2 CR per year, which is not a bad like income at all. So
No.
that's why I feel
This
you
just
can give
is.
as many microwaves as you want. So that's why I feel that you're an English comic, say, or you are a female comic, or you are someone who or you someone who actually has a very weird style of doing comedy and very few people understand it. I think if you capture your market, you are sorted, because even the niche is so big. So
That's why you all need to be IIM, IIT graduates, not to be comics.
I think
It's a
so many.
high-paying
It's
job.
weird that there is so much overlap.
Yeah.
But also there are many who are not. Okay.
For the women in comedy, is there a pay parity in terms of just the kind of market capture? And do you guys kind of unionize, or is everyone living in silos?
As of now, I don't think we unionize. That's the pro and con of being in this industry. The thing is, you don't not depend on another comic at all. So I can totally decide that this person I don't like. Okay, even if he's making 10 times more money than many. Okay. But I like in the
One
movie
name?
industry. I love everyone. Okay, they're all my brothers.
Yeah, but what about, let's start giving names and you just make a face.
I'm very loved and I love them all. They're like my cousins and
Yeah.
brothers and family and friends. Because it is so independent, that the good thing is no one can block your progress, because everything is on your own, right? You put your YouTube video out, you get an audience, you get a venue, you do your show. But uska bura part ye hai ki whenever it comes to unionizing about anything, we're not able to come together also. Because this freedom is something everyone really values a lot. And when it comes to parity in what the money we make, I think we can still coax our audience to pay us the same ticket price. That is, I know that is, if it's not happening right now, that will happen in the next couple of years. But when it comes to institutions like the corporate shows, the college shows, the brand deals, basically actually the bigger sources, the biggest chunks of income, I think क्योंकि वो सारे system इतने ओवरऑल मैस्कुलिन हैं और इतने कि अगर कोई कॉर्पोरेट शो है उसमें मोस्टली दे विल प्रेफर अ मेल कॉमिक, लाइक दे कमिंग टू मी ओनली बिकॉज वहाँ बजट वर्कआउट नहीं हुआ है, क्योंकि उनका है कि भाई अगर 80 आदमी बैठे हैं तो उनको आदमी हंसाएगा ना. सो फॉर देम टू I have to build a lot of credibility for them to trust me, and I know they're still coming to me only when as a backup, that उस वाले ने हमसे बहुत सारे लाख मांग लिए, तुम थोड़े कम में कर दो, which again that pipeline and we do it because कि even that pipeline becomes a decent source of money, because those guys are not available all the time, but it will take a lot of time for that to change. Some of us actually, the reason we are that on stage is because we are this in the background.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of work to, and
Get
it's
there.
something to be very good to be aware of, that you probably are losing some business because of this. You probably are not pushing yourself enough behind the stage, but at the same time it's going to take time, in the sense that
Yeah.
that I know, for example, that the reason I'm so effective on stage is because I absorb so much when I'm not on stage. Like, it's a fundamental part of my personality. So when I'm asserting myself now, I have to be like, okay, I have to practice
Mera
for like,
set, fuck.
no, like if I walk into a room, I know I need to assert myself, and I not need to be this person. I need to prepare for like 2 days in advance. It's not a
Fair.
switch at all. But I think we're doing it. Like, we're getting there. And I think also we are also in a place. I think the good thing about being a female comic right now is, I was thinking that there's so many things जिनके बारे में अभी ना पंच अप कर नहीं सकते. Like, systematically, a lot of things we feel as citizens, as people of this nation, we have a lot of anger, and it's difficult to express it because we're not sure about how much freedom of speech we have. But when it comes to punching up on patriarchy, right? We are still fairly free to do it. You'll be trolled probably, but
that's
there is
not
no
your
one.
audience
Yeah,
anyway.
that they're not suing you right now. They're not
Yeah.
making FIRs if I'm talking against patriarchy. So I think that is that's a great field we have still open in front of us. जहाँ पे बोलता है कि that's why where male comedians get very limited, कि वो ये टेबल लैम्प शैम्पू की बातें करते रहते हैं, या फिर at best उनका है कि पापा के बारे में बात कर लिया या बच्चा वाला बात कर लिया. Like, the spectrum becomes so limited because they don't have a lot of charge. that they can actually talk.
I think they have too much audacity. I think they can reel it back in, talk about the bench. I dare them. No, but I get what you're saying. On a separate note, now that I have you here and you can't really go anywhere, if I ever write a set, will you like critique it and mentor me a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do it.
Then we can move on.
I mean, I just to close this off and also to like
Yeah.
bring this to a close, I still feel like, you know, even with Moss, the people who are our audience and have been there since day one, they understand the entire spectrum and nuance of the conversations that we have. But when Moss is a elevator pitch or a passing sentiment, it gets reduced to, oh, they're man-hating femcells. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, fine, that's great. That's what your understanding is. You're not my audience. But for us to make bigger change, someone has to beat the drum for us.
We're like,
We
please.
have to, yeah, like we have to beat the drum for
Yeah,
ourselves
yeah,
because what is
yeah.
the point for any woman, like in any room working hard? What is the point
Yeah,
of slaving if you don't make a big noise about
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
no one, apart from your parents, no one's here to look for your
No,
potential.
I 100% agree. It's something I'm actually working on. I'm just saying, I read one essay once, okay, and that just helped. That essay was about how in any culture, when feminism is new, you'll see one set of women who talk a lot about it, and one set of women who are actually trying to just exist in systems, and they think is कि अपना सर नीचे करके काम करते हैं. Okay, जब हम वहाँ पहुँच जाएंगे, तो we will have power, right? We'll change things, and a lot of times they hate each other, they judge each other, but things move when these two come together, right?
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, that I think we sort of get into this mentality in the systems we work in, that we just if we keep working hard, मेरा audience बढ़ेगा, मेरा ticket price बढ़ेगा, तो मैं तो बन ही गई ना, मैं तो आदमी बन गई ना फिर, right? What is the need? वो झंडा दिखाने की क्या ज़रूरत है? But the learning that I have come to in the last 5 years is कि no, it needs work, it needs noise, it needs some chest thumping, because there are a lot of other people who would benefit from it,
From-
right?
yeah.
We have to systematically change this, and I fully, that's something, it is so difficult for me to internalize this because I'm like, my brain is wired so differently, but I'm like, no, but I need to, like I have changed a lot of things about myself, I need to start doing this because we are a community at the end of it,
Yeah.
right? That things won't progress if both types of people like learn from each other, if not work together.
We're starting an emotional atyachar where we just emotionally torture women till they start chest thumping.
No, but as a exercise, if you're walking into a room and you have to pitch yourself, you have my exercise is I have to say something good about myself 5 times. I don't care if I'm being cringe. I don't care if I'm not being nonchalant. I don't care if it's a hard sell. If
We know.
But I know that at the end of that, the thing that once I've left the room, it's in their heads somewhere.
But Naina has it pat down. Like she can enter any room and she knows she's not afraid to ask a question. She's not afraid to come with her body of work. She's not afraid to get a no as an answer also, which is like, it feels so intimidating. It feels so daunting, but you do a great job
thank
at pitching for yourself. And but it takes time to get where you are, because I can bark in a closed room, but when I get into that room, even I become like my dog, Sushi, pissing everywhere, hiding in the corner.
Very sweet. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I think that's a very, very fair thing. I think I have made the progress to the point where if someone is giving me a compliment, I'm like, yeah.
I love doing that.
Bro, I'm only saying to the point of like, मेरा तो कोई brand भी नहीं है. I'm a micro influencer. I'm like, Prashasti, you are at the top comic, first wave of comedians, women comedians. You're doing so well. Take me into the rooms with you. Let me talk for you. But people need to fucking leave the room being like Prashasti worshippers, if they aren't already.
And if you aren't already, you can check out all of Prashasti's work in the description.
So how generous I am, you know now.
Any microwaves, ACs, anything, DM.
मैं generosity का stock गिरा दूंगी इस podcast के बाद. लोग कहेंगे भैया हमको normally
UPI तो वो भेज ही देगी. But thank you
Thank you
so much for coming
coming.
on.
This was so much fun. But thank you again.
Thank you.